Okay, my friends, welcome to another NR episode of Political Point Magazine. This is the first Political Point of 2014. Yes. Yes. You are watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left, well, the left is just about always on the wrong side of history. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With the first 2014 top stories, we're just gonna do a little overview of what the biggest issues were of 2013. Okay. And then go into some new goings-ons and what's going on for 2014. All right, and also the New York Times editorial board. You won't believe this, but they have a column reporting on Benghazi, and they lied about Benghazi, saying Al-Qaeda was not involved. Are they covering for Hillary in 2016? I see bias in the old gray lady there. And also, it's another election year. The 2014 midterm elections are looking good for the GOP, considering that everything went awry for the Democrats last year and the year prior. And also, 11 state attorneys generals slam Obama on his illegal fixes to Obamacare, to the healthcare law. We will talk about that. And also, we will take it to the phones and talk to you, the viewers, on this, the first 2014 episode of Political Point Magazine with your humble host, me, William Mitro. Welcome everyone. How's everybody doing out there? Yeah. All right. So, all right. Welcome my friends. We have had an interesting year in 2013 here, and last week I went over some of the hot topics and things like that, like Benghazi and Obamacare and a lot of other stuff, the terrorist attacks, the Boston Marathon bombing and everything going on with that. All right, so I'm gonna put a good majority of the show in the political point division. Okay, but before I do that, I just want to overview some of the big hot topics, the big hot issues of 2013. First off, 2013 was a difficult year for as far as getting anything done, and on any kind of front on that. Now, businesses fell short because of Obamacare, and we all know the rollout of Obamacare was a disaster. In fact, we now know that the Obamacare, they now have reported that the White House has reported that Obamacare has they kind of fixed the website, but not really, because they were expecting over 3 million over 3 million people to be registered through the Obamacare website and the exchanges, but sadly, they didn't succeed. The 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 government now announces that Obamacare has registered 1.2 million people. Okay, 1.2 million people. They're touting that as a success, but it's not really. It's a deep failure. All right, considering they wanted 3 million, they thought they were going to get 3 million people registered on the healthcare exchanges there, and considering the fact also that so it's 1.2 million people registered, but 6 million people lost their healthcare because of Obamacare. Okay, so 1 million in, 6 million out. I would consider that a big failure, especially considering the fact that also that the Obamacare, they wanted 3 million, right? But okay, that 1.2 million people, okay, registered, that it's a question of whether or not they are fully registered, because some most of that might be they might have stuff in their cart, and when you put stuff in your cart, then you're just shopping. You're not really registered. So and HHS won't even come out and say how many people are actually fully registered, because they probably know it's a dismal number. All right, it's a dismal number. Obamacare is a dismal failure. Okay, and now it's 2014 election year, and this, my friends, we're gonna see the Democrats are gonna try to run on Obamacare, but you see, this is gonna be the hot topic issue that's gonna destroy the Democratic Party. All right, because namely the rollout of the website was a disaster. Okay, then they had to go back and fix it, and all of these Democrats that are up for re-election, okay, it's gonna destroy their career. Okay, it's gonna destroy them. All right, so that's why I say this is looking good for 2014 is looking good for the GOP. Okay, we just have to tout that message now. Okay. That okay, so 1 million in, 6 million out. Okay, yeah, that is a catchy phrase for the GOP. Okay, 1 million in, 6 million out. Okay, because the Democrats are gonna try to pounce the GOP on this issue, but I think that's gonna be their undoing. Okay, that's ultimately gonna be their undoing, because this, my friends, is the hot topic issue now, and we shall see if they are actually on the case about this. All right, because I really think that that now that you know the economy is still showing signs of dismal progress. Okay, it's not really progressing all that much. Okay, sure, the stock market may be up. Okay, but that's not due to anything Obama did. All right, the economy, the unemployment rate is still at 7%. All right, and for blacks and minorities in this country, the unemployment rate is a lot higher. It's like 14, 15%. All right. So how can you say that you're, and this is another thing that made me a little disturbed. All right, last week I was going through the news and watching the news, and you know how Bill De Blasio got elected to for a mayor of New York City, right? So he takes over. He gets so he takes the oath of office, and Bill Clinton signed him in, okay, and at this ceremony, they were claiming to be champions of racial injustice. Okay, champions of fixing racial injustice. All right. Now, since when have the Democrats ever been champions of fixing social racist in racial inequality in this country? All right. Now, this is a ploy, my friends. Okay, this is a ploy from the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats really have not helped minorities in this country. All right, it was the Republicans that helped the minorities. All right, okay, and now with the issue of immigration reform coming up, now there's certain things that are coming up in the news now that, you know, this election year are going to be big hot topic issues. All right, we got, okay, Obamacare, which is going to be a disaster for the Democrats. It's going to kill the Democrats. Okay, and the economy is going to be a strong issue for the Republicans. All right, because the economy is not that strong still under Democratic control, Democratic rule. You know, the economy has not been very good. We've had an anemic growth, okay, and I think they only created like maybe like 1 million jobs, you know, yeah, only 1 million jobs, okay. Now, in that much time, okay, in one year, President Bush created more jobs in his tenure as president than Obama ever did. All right, in Bush's 8 years in office as president, all right, he created over 9 million new jobs. All right, this was after 9/11. All right, and that's because of the tax cuts and the pro-growth package that Bush put out on the economy. All right, now, and I went over this before. The Democrats ruined it for the president, for Bush. All right, I'm not ready to take calls, but I will take one call right now, and then more calls later. All right. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
I do want to talk to you about the economy going nowhere.
Yeah.
Bush did it in,
Now don't
Barack.
Now don't ramble. Okay? But yeah, let's stay on topic, okay?
Okay, I'm staying on topic.
All right.
Barack was on 60 Minutes for hiring people for energy consultants, okay?
Uh-huh.
Still with me, Will?
Yeah, I'm with you. All right.
So what they ended up doing was going bankrupt after tax money, allocated tax money went towards 99% of these people that went for the energy program to produce energy, ended up bankrupt, and now China, Korea, South Africa is buying into the system and buying those companies up that went bankrupt.
Yeah, you know why that is. It's because everything that Obama has done for alternative energy all went bankrupt. Okay, he just
99%.
He just threw money at the situation, right? And they all went bankrupt. Solyndra was a
What about the governor
huge
today
failure.
saying tax free? Okay. For
You know,
corporate
but you know what?
business
You
to
know what?
move in here.
You know, while we're on the topic of energy, okay, it was reported that we have more energy in oil than the oil bearing countries.
You're the problem. We've been domesticating it, taking it out of the land, and the land is only 20 miles deep.
No. It's no. We got more oil and energy resources here at home. So we need to tap into it.
I called Corning this year. Okay, I called Corning, New York, from Ithaca. I wanted solar-powered Gorilla Glass top vehicles, okay? This didn't take mining off the land. It didn't take much startup money to produce. These people are purposely taking entity money, and then they have the goal after all this, okay? This guy with a wood chip taking wood and adding what they said extra special. We want to know the ingredient, what's in it. This is 60 Minutes, bro, like this week.
Yeah.
We want to know the ingredients to make crude oil straight off the vat from any tree you see alive, okay, which is pine sap crude oil. We want to see zero emissions. We don't want the burnout factor, okay? I've seen cigarettes are like natural tobacco. It's made from a tree. This is all ultramized synthetic chemicals that hurt the environment and the ozone layer on life.
Look. Okay, global warming doesn't exist. Okay.
What?
I said global warming doesn't exist. Okay.
No, I'm not looking at global warming. I'm looking at the after factor of creating with a toxin for a transportation. We know we can make solar powered top vehicles, okay?
Yes.
Controlled by the sun. Your car heats up with
and also
battery that says no emissions.
Electric powered cars too.
Cigarettes are like
hybrid
bark, okay?
Hybrid
we
vehicles
still have to
too.
deal with the four seasons: the earth, wind, rain, and fire.
Okay.
That is the elements of life.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what I'm looking at here is today Como, okay?
Yes.
It's all this. We'll put that aside. Como has now promoted zero taxes towards corporations.
Oh gosh.
For the next 10 years, okay? They pay nothing. And then you as a laborer goes out there in Ithaca, New York. You're laboring at minimum wage or below because they don't want to pay the laborers so much. They want to take the laborers down to the least amount paid, or hold it for like something else in tax payments.
Okay, my friend.
And Will, I guarantee right now is January 7th or 8th. I guarantee you go downtown within the next 32 hours, and they're going to come up with a downtown tax to pay, real estate tax, okay? So the taxes will be, there's a tax to be paid, but the laborers pay the taxes as the corporations go free here.
Okay.
Is
All
that
right.
free to you?
Well,
It means your rent's going up, Will.
Yeah, but we thank you for that, and I gotta move right along.
On today's society, that was prime time right here. Re-elect, okay?
All right. Well, I gotta move right along. Thank you.
Oh, no, talk to me now. What do you think about like the United States Postal Service, who unregulated money?
Look,
and
I
spent
don't.
all the jurisdiction money coming in. Okay.
Look, you got about a
Any
minute.
amount of recorded money they overspent, and now they can't pay as well as their laborers the cost after retirement. They never figured out a regulated balance, which we've learned in 12th grade high school.
I'm gonna have to cut you short because I gotta move right along. Okay.
You have to be dollar and cent right with it.
All
You
right.
have to make sure what you're coming in, you don't overspend as a budget. That's everyone.
Okay.
And now we have all this unregulated spending.
All right. Let's move it right along. Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
got.
All right.
All right. Thank you for your call. All right. Call back again later when the call-in segment is. All right. And we thank you for that. Now I got to move on to Benghazi. All right. Which we know now. Okay. Now I got to move on to Benghazi, because now the New York Times has been came out last weekend. Okay, last weekend the New York Times came out with an article. Okay, this was not the weekend before today. It was the weekend last weekend. Okay, but two weekends ago, the New York Times came out with an article on Benghazi. All right, and they stunningly, and this is the part where I'm going to put this in the Political Point magazine's political point of vision. All right, now, but the New York Times now has come out with an article reporting on Benghazi, but they claim, but in the article they claim, which contradicts what's been testified to at the Benghazi hearings, and on both sides of the aisle, both Democrats and Republicans now have rebuked this, have debunked all of this. But the New York Times now has come out with an article in their editorial claiming that Al Qaeda was not involved with the Benghazi attack. All right. Now, okay. Now I'm not ready for calls just yet. Just wait a moment. All right. Okay. But the New York Times now they have come out with an article on Benghazi, and the editorial they claim that Al Qaeda was not involved, but that directly that piece of information was debunked and refuted by both parties, members of the investigation committees in the House and in the hearings. You remember when Hillary Clinton came out and came in to testify. All right, this, my friends. Okay, we see Hillary Clinton here. All right, and this is my friends. Are they covering for Hillary? Okay, now they claim that Al Qaeda wasn't involved, right? And then they also claim what the administration was talking about when Susan Rice went on those 5 Sunday talk shows and blamed it on the YouTube video. All right, okay, but that was all refuted over the talking points and everything, and you remember Hillary Clinton here, all right? You remember Hillary Clinton saying that, all right? It was just ridiculous, okay? But Hillary Clinton, you know, she testified before Congress, and we all know how that went over, all right? It was just, but there's questions over whether the New York Times now is biasly trying to cover for Hillary in 2016, all right? But because this whole issue, we lost four patriotic Americans in that, and the terror group, Ansar al-Sharia took credit for that attack. All right, these people came in. It was refuted. All of the information that the New York Times delivered was refuted way earlier. Okay, way earlier. They knew that there was danger over there in Benghazi, and they knew that this whole thing, that they knew that there was a feed on Facebook and MySpace, all right, and Twitter, from this terror group that had ties to Al Qaeda. But the article claims that Al Qaeda was not involved. All right, but the whole thing was refuted. All right, it was refuted, and this, my friends, now we see that the New York Times now, the old gray lady, is now trying to cover for Hillary in 2016. All right, we see that. All right, okay, all right, and on that note, I believe. Okay, hold on, just one moment. Hold off on the calls here. All right, now I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Okay, now I've made my New Year's resolutions, but I want to show you this. All right, I want to show you this. All right, now Obama made some resolutions. All right, wait. So Obama made some resolutions here. All right, and this was one of them. All right. Okay. Okay, so Obama made some resolutions here. All right, this was one of them. I resolved to spend less time on the golf course. All right. Yeah. Like that's gonna happen. All right. And then yeah, I resolved to spend less time on the golf course. Yeah. Like that's gonna happen. All right. And then okay, then there's this one. All right, which all right. Then there's this one. All right. Okay. Yep. All right. Then there's this one coming up here. All right. All right.
On the golf course, and I.
Whoop. Okay. Yep. Hold up. Yep. Okay. Then there's this one. I resolve not to lie to the American people. Yeah. Okay. Speaking about Obamacare. Yeah, that one's gonna work. And okay, and also then there's this one, which I found quite funny. All right. Okay. There's this one which I found quite funny here. All right. But okay. But you take a look at this. Yeah. It reads, okay. I resolve to yep. I resolve to yep, as we see this. Oh, whoa, hold up. Oops. Whoa. Okay, whoa. Whoops. Yep. Anyhow, whoops. Yeah, let's get that back up here now. But anyhow, it says I resolve to help healthcare.gov lose the weight. Yeah. And on another note, okay, now on another note, the Time magazine has come up with the person of the year, and the top people of the year, but the man of the year is the Pope Francis, okay, and then they also have their most outstanding people of 2013, all right, Obama and the Pope and Hillary, well, Obama and Hillary were tied at number one, the most outstanding people, okay, in the country, or in the world, yeah, in the country, actually, yeah, the most outstanding people in the world, okay, and then number two was George W. Bush, yeah, that one surprised Democrats, all right. But number two was George W. Bush. And coming in at number three was the Pope Francis. Okay. So the most outstanding people, okay, in this country. George W. Bush, I agree with that. He came in number 2. All right. He was definitely one of our better presidents. All right. But anyhow, now all of you who are waiting on the calls, I will now open it up to the phone lines on this January 6th, 2014. All right, so 2014 is here on the rise. Okay, so you are on the air. What's on your political mind?
I want to say it. Amongst the what you said, Benghazi, whatever.
Benghazi.
Benghazi, okay.
Yes, Benghazi.
Why are we all of a sudden alternative to attack? And they've done us wrong. Where is their own country? Where is their own diplomatic president? Where is their own refuse during resolution treatment time?
There was no reason for Ambassador Chris Stevens to be there.
No. But I'm saying we have a global sustained society where everybody, including the United States of America, sits down, talks to one another on phones behind what the public avails, okay? Mm-hmm. Why isn't every other country making sure we have the same global security no matter what jurisdiction, no matter what society?
Well, America is supposed to be the nation that's most looked up to and most admired, because
we're in a deficit crisis.
We've been the ones that are
including Barack now. Why are we paying such price for somebody else sending U.S. people overseas in uniformed trooped divisions and coming home bankrupt, deployed, fucking broke?
Hey.
To the point
watch
of
the language,
dead,
please.
And then they don't want to pay after duty pay for.
You know what?
Every global soldier.
You know what? Our veterans need total.
No. So some other person comes, attacks the U.S., and then we send out global deployment and special forces needed to end the situation, and then when the people they send out come home with broken legs, with legs blown off.
Yes, our veterans.
No after-duty money.
Yes, our veterans who need proper due respect and proper, proper
you're
treatment.
fine and all that, but
we
they're
need
the ones that went over there because United States.
These are the people. In fact,
you know
what?
Go over and deploy a division to stop. Yet they come home with legs blown off, and then you have Rumsfeld, you have Bush, not only Democrat, Republican, saying no after money, no after duty pay. My dad went through Vietnam, okay? My dad was a very major person during 1968 through 72, was the Sergeant Major of Vietnam. He came home, okay, after a tragedy incident on Christmas 1968, having his testicles blown off, and then he had no money. I'm living on his after-duty pay because I was on Social Security disability. Mm-hmm. So he got nothing, waiting, scrumping out of dumpsters everywhere. Okay, that's what happened to my life, Will. I'm living on United States Marine Corps benefits, survivor benefits today. And my dad got nothing, okay? Mm-hmm. So why not after-duty pay, direct deposit towards housing without a cosigner? For the veterans, at least, I want everyone. Why are we, the United States, America, is not, the government is not explaining that they invested money and then these people defaulted, but their own governments defaulted, and then it's always us collect. We cannot go on without other countries on a global society for every one of us in the world, wherever you travel, Will, wherever you want to live, whatever your destiny is. Why are we, as United States of America, we're being deployed as units through the United States Marine Corps Special Forces and coming home dead, coming home broken-limbed, coming home on somebody else's government's territory. Nobody, all the other governments are cowards, and we're paying the price for it. And it's all in who you elect and who's the president and who's the state congressman, who's the senator. They're not facing these crises. They're not facing these charities. They're not helping to create a global society. Okay, so we have all these employed units out of our fucking country.
Hey.
All right,
Hey.
out of our country, going over there and fighting for what? Because they were told to do so by the United States of America administration.
But listen, I agree that we need to treat our veterans better, and we need to give them
I want to state this truly.
deserve.
Why are these other countries so inept as a government, as public officials, as globals like the United States? They all sit down, they talk to one another on the phone. So, hey, I'm Barack. You're living on Iran. I hate your nuclear
Program.
situation.
Yes.
I want to go to war against you. But is that Barack? Is that person? No. This is all a stage prop scenario around the globe. I want to see every global veteran, including Korea, whoever you got, live with global income after duty. I want to see every global entity, as far as, presidents on down, taking in money, dealing with their own crisis, dealing with their own land. This has gone too far. It's a total synopsis, psychological scenario. Yeah,
On
people
top
have
of that,
been
we got
killed.
government waste.
It is government waste.
Yes.
And you know what the waste is? Dead bodies, dude.
No. I'm talking about the funding, what they use our tax dollars for.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Okay. But okay. Will, you
Yeah.
and I sign up. We're going in. We just signed up. You, Will, signed into the Army. I signed into the Marines. Now we're on standby active duty. Okay, Will?
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, other presidents that they all sit at the table, they all talking behind the scenes here, which is dollar and cent, Will. Okay? All of a sudden, Korea says, I'm not paying. All of a sudden, Korea says, I'm going to bomb you. Therefore, you're going to deploy everybody you got that signed up to be a veteran on that. So the veterans go through hell, and then when you come home, Will, like the Iranian-Iraqi war, okay, then you're going to say, well, my legs are off, I can't work, my arm's off, I'm handicapped, I got killed and cloned, I got kids now, I got a wife and family, I can't go through this, okay? But they're going to make you go through that, but they're not standing jurisdiction on why this happened to begin with. This is no reason to freak out and start a global crisis on drones, bombing drones. It's all over who owes who, and we'll never know about that unless you get elected into power globally around the world.
All right. Well, thank you.
Hey,
All right.
this is reality, Will.
Yes. Okay. And,
All right,
and I
thanks.
agree. We need to treat our veterans better. All right.
No, not only veterans, yourself.
Yes.
Because then you
Yes.
get, as a laborer, you get paid least minimum bare amount, which is $8.50 coast to coast, and then you work, and then all of a sudden they raise your rent because of all this. This is not happening. This is playing chutes and ladders around the globe, okay? I don't want to see us as people lose their lives either caught up in a job to fight and die as veterans, or paying for it all and going without, or the veterans pay their lives so we can support and say U.S. veterans. But what's the inner structure? Break that down. What's the inside development causing this that other countries can't get it together? They leave the United States to go in for hell's kill. Every time, Will.
All
Every
right.
time.
Yeah. All right, my friend. I thank you for that call. All right. Now, I want to talk about something. All right, because it just occurred to me that in our foreign policy we now have John Kerry as our Secretary of State, right? And now he's trying to he's trying to do what other people have not been able to do, which is provide peace between Israel and Palestine. So I asked the question, how is our relationship with Israel? Okay, now considering now that we now have John Kerry trying to broker this peace deal, but you remember last year, 2013, the Palestinians and Israel did have that little war with each other, in which Iran and also Egypt helped the Palestinians, and then while Hillary was Secretary of State, she was trying to broker deals that benefited the Palestinians more. So our relationship with Israel has not really been that good under President Obama. All right, I mean, and now especially since they have this new deal with Iran, or they're trying to broker a deal with Iran to give up their nuclear program, and seeing how now we can't trust Iran on this front, okay, and the deal that they made with Assad, and the Russians and stuff like that in Syria, Israel is not really trusting the U.S. now. All right, I mean, because this deal with Iran, they're now talking to Iran now under the new president, but we now see that Iran's new president, still is just as shady as Ahmadinejad was. So our relationship with Israel, has not been that good under the Obama administration. All right, both President Bush and President Clinton did a lot better in brokering peace deals. And now, considering Ariel Sharon, the former Prime Minister of Israel, is now on his deathbed, and the Benjamin Netanyahu is now doing is a much better president of that. Okay, I'll take another call. Hello, you're on the air. What's on your political mind?
Why didn't the Prime Minister of Israel call the United States, call the globe up and say, hey, I have a problem here. These people are being a nuisance in my country. Why did they, as Prime Minister, spend their own economical dollars and cents? Why didn't they spend their money factor towards their own problem? Where was their 2 cents at war? This has gone too far.
No. Israel has done his part.
What we have, Will, is we have an insiders around the globe, okay? Every spot on the globe has people paying for all the freaking government.
Did you know that we recently have cut off some military aid to Egypt?
You can cut it
No.
off, okay? We can do this like we're involved, okay? Why did that particular country, okay, like a police department, hey, I have a problem here. I have a crime going on. Please help. No, they come to the United States to suck it dry of financial dollars and cents. And whoever you vote, county, state legislator, county, state, federal. And then where is their own company fighting their own crime against this? Where are other global nations stepping up and getting rid of this? It's all in, they all sit behind a curtain of fucking guilt.
Hey,
I don't want to say,
Language.
I'll say, a curtain of freaking guilt. They all sit at the same dinner table on Sunday, and then once somebody does something wrong, it's all up to the individual outer side of the government, the people that paid to have them elected, okay, to have their paychecks, to show up. It's gone too far. Well, when another country has to have us, the United States of America, pay for their mistakes while bombs are going off, they can't control this stuff. They can't stop it around the globe. We're looking at a lot of leaders. And then when you get too far into it and everybody gets paid, then they take the top, like Gaddafi. They take the top, like in Hussein. All right, we
Well,
need
let me
some
ask you this.
civilized government.
let me ask you this. Let's get
Let me
off.
ask you this: you
Let-
as an individual in any government form.
Look, let's get.
What if you were born across seas, wherever you stand?
Look,
If you're paying money into that government, and that government has an all-out war, and they can't stop it to bring another company in, another government global status, there's no way out of this. They all screwed themselves, and we're all pigeons on a fence, dude.
well, now
I
let me
gotta
get.
go, Will. This
Alrighty.
is real.
Thank you. All right. Now, let me get to another topic while I wait for another call. But there were 11 attorney generals now, okay, that are attacking and contemplating suing Obama over his health care fixes. All right. Now, they have recently wrote a letter out there. Okay. They have recently wrote a letter out there, and it states this.
We're back with the panel.
Is that the changes being put forth to fix the disastrous exchanges will ultimately destroy the market and increase health insurance premiums for consumers who played by the rules. Well, actually, that was the kind of the end of the sentence there, but no, they're concerned that Obama's fixes. Okay, they're concerned that Obama's fixes now are illegal. I mean, basically, he's been trying to rewrite the healthcare law by executive fiat, putting waivers on this.
Administration is consistently rewriting new rules, effectively.
Okay, wait. Okay, so this is what it read. All right. Now, we are deeply concerned that this administration is consistently rewriting the rules and effectively inventing statutory provisions to operationalize a flawed law, and the irony, of course. okay, and the irony, of course, all right, which I will get into the other issue there, and the irony, of course, okay, is that, okay, and the irony, of course, is that
increase health insurance premiums.
And the irony, of course, is that the changes being put forth to fix the disastrous exchanges will ultimately destroy the market and increase health insurance premiums for consumers who played by the rules. All right. So, and they conclude that statement that's how they concluded that statement. So we have 11 attorney generals from 11 different states, all right, refuting and contemplating suing the Obama administration for his healthcare exchange fixes, because you remember he waived the employer mandate and put exemptions out for certain individuals and stuff like that. You know, and it's been one, you know, waiving and exemption, you know, fix after another, and then you know, after finding out that 6 million people lost their health care, okay, and counting, okay, and after the big Obama lie that, oh, if you like your insurance, you can keep your insurance, you know, he tried to through executive fiat, he tried to fix it by saying that those health insurance policies, people can now bring back their health insurance, but they couldn't even go through with that because now they're all gone. You know, 6 million people lost their health coverage, and he couldn't fix it. All right, so these attorney generals now have been right on point, because there's no way that the president can legally do this. All right, he can't overstep Congress. Congress has the authority to change laws. Okay, it's the Congress's authority. He can't bypass the Congress through executive fiat on a law that was passed by the Congress. Okay, with Democrat majority, mind you. All right, but it's a flawed law. All right, it's not gonna work. All right, it's not gonna work, and it needs congressional action to fix it. All right, it needs congressional action to fix it. All right, only Congress can rewrite and change the law. Okay, the president can't do that. The president's in charge of making sure the law goes through properly, but he can't change the law and rewrite the law through executive fiat. This has been a fiat presidency, and so the president is wrong on all fronts. On this front to try to do stuff executively and bypass Congress. So this is a development that's gonna bite the president, and I have said that the President Obama is unconstitutional. Okay, he has been violating the Constitution. I mean, he can't legally change and rewrite laws that were put into play by the Congress, you know, and he's just overstepping his boundaries and his authority, and something has to be done about that. I mean, obviously he hasn't read the Constitution, all right. So, but my friends, that brings me to the last words of the night. And on this front, my friends, okay, on this front, there was, I'm going to show you this clip, all right, okay. Now, this was the highest basketball shot, and I didn't believe it when I saw it. But take a look at this. This guy has skills. He's better than Dennis Rodman and Michael Jordan. All right, but take a look at this. Whoops, hold up. Here we go. Up, hold up. Okay, whoop, hold up. Okay, hold up a second. Here it comes. All right, this is the shot heard round the world. Okay, take a look at this. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, here we go.
This is the Reunion Tower shot.
Balls away.
Balls out. Go, 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 go.
All right, come up. Come up. A little bit left. Come up. Come up.
Over. Over.
Right there. Right there.
There, sir.
Right there.
That's pretty cool. Thanks for.
Alrighty. Now, thank you for watching Political Point Magazine, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and I send a shout out to my beautiful fiance, Lorana. I love you with all of my heart, and watch us on YouTube as well. All right. Thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. 2014, it is Vote Republican. All right. Vote Republican. Check us out on the web, facebook.com/PetePolitical, myspace.com/PetePoliticalPoint. Email us at politicalpoints@hotmail.com and mccarpet24@hotmail.com, and check out my website on the Elmira City Hall Examiner. All right, and we want your feedback as well. All right, so thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history.